Look at this. This is not bad. Like, I feel like it's just a little awkward. I'm interested in this coffee, but it smells so good. Oh my god. I like these cups. I like to do this. Then you bring it back and so you see how you came into focus. So then I replace it and I say, welcome to Coffee Shop Talk. I'm here with Charlton from Startup Atlanta, and Charlton is a good old friend from college, that thing I dropped out of at that point in time. And we were in architecture school, so like I imagine we'll have some conversation around that, but we're here to just talk about what people talk about when they're at college. That's what we're doing. Hope you enjoy. What's going on with Startup Atlanta?
Man, I've been at Startup Atlanta for 3 years now, and I've always been trying to figure out where our place was in the ecosystem. Because I think I've let you in, like, when I first came to Startup Atlanta, it didn't have a great reputation. Like, it's similar to kind of how the way it started was similar to Venture Atlanta. So like a bunch of different organizations came together and decided, hey, we should have this thing.
So you got to raise money right now, trying to figure out things. And you said you were telling me about the startup.
Oh yeah. So we've basically, long story short, we've nailed down like what our biggest assets are, and so like the guide to the ecosystem that we created last year, online resource and booklet, is like
Your doctrine.
People tell us that's their Bible. Like every time, and I created it out of reaction to like I would get emails all the time. People would be like, oh, I'm looking for X, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. A lot of this could be done through a simple Google search, and I'm just like, all right, let me just put everything that I know of resource-wise in one place, and I'll just send that to you every time. Like somebody send me an email, and they're like, hey, I'm looking for funding, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, have you checked out our online resource? And then every time I send it to them, they're like, oh, thank you. Like this basically gives you everything, so you can kind of find, you know, your place and where you want to go. So that's kind of like a big thing that we have that we're just going to continue to improve on. So we're in talks of trying to get a mayor interview, adding a dictionary to it, and just some cool things to beef it up. So that's one of our big assets. A year or 2 years ago, we created something called the State of the Ecosystem Report, which looked at, you know, VC money trends, and so we didn't produce one last year. We're going to work on producing that, and kind of create a presentation and hopefully kind of get that out around Startup Week.
Startup Week?
So it's usually in May.
So we're waiting.
Yeah. And then finally, the last piece is I've been giving a presentation called the Intro to the Startup Ecosystem. So really just kind of fine-tuning that presentation and being able to kind of give that.
Where do you give it?
So usually with General Assembly, I work with them, or just random people come up to me and, I'm sorry, I'm distracted. There's people dressed up. There's a person dressed up as a carrot and like a green bean. What is that? Or
that's definitely a green bean. That's a green bean, and that's a carrot. I don't know how that just happened, but that did just happen.
So okay, yeah. So you're talking about mentorship.
Wait, what's missing? Is what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, but
the green bean and the carrot just walked in. Oh my god. This is just derailing everything right now. The green bean and the carrot are just killing it all. So what's next for Startup Atlanta this year? Like what's gonna, like, what is the biggest thing going on, and what do you need like help with?
So the biggest thing is we want to own, and we actually have been talking about this. So I mentioned last time I saw you that we had our board retreat recently. So we talked a lot about strategy, and so
who all was in the board retreat?
So everybody on the board, so Sig, Adam.
And y'all do this week?
So we did this at one of our board members' office, Kerry Davis, which is right over by Octane Grant Park. It's in the Jane. Okay. Really nice space. You can rent it out actually too. So we're talking about like how do we want to be known, and so one of the things we wrote down is we want to be the starting point for any entrepreneur in Atlanta. So like if you're moving here, if you're starting up here, like you start at Startup Atlanta, figure out where you need to go from there. And so we want to own kind of like that kind of headspace. So like the guide to the ecosystem, You go to Startup Atlanta because they know everything that's going on. The state of the, if you want to know like where we are, you go to Startup Atlanta and figure out where the state of the startup ecosystem is. And then kind of like the intro to Atlanta startup ecosystem, like I can give presentations and tell people like, hey, this is where you should spend your time because you're interested in B2C startups. Like, you know, go here, not there. So that's kind of like what we want to own, is like this idea of like, what are the KPIs of our startup ecosystem? Where do you go, and like who you need to talk to? Like, we want to make sure that we can kind of own like, yeah, we're going to point you in the right direction, basically.
How can you help Startup Atlanta? Boom.
How can you help? Well, donate.
Yeah.
We always, yeah.
501c3, you can, it's 501c3.
Yeah.
501c3, you can write it off. So.
Come to the events.
You don't, like, again, altruism doesn't have to be it. You can do it for the write-off. I think that's like, do it for the vine, do it for the write-off.
Do it for the write-off.
Yes, that's it. That's a good thing. I know, I'm good at this.
We're building out our volunteers, like, I mean, we have like committees, and I'm working through the structure of that. So like, we're always looking for people who can like want to give their talents and their time and get connected. And I mean, it's an easy way to like get connected to the ecosystem is to volunteer for what we're doing and be involved with some of the projects and kind of initiatives that we have.
So this was Coffee Shop Talks with Charlton from Startup Atlanta. Charlton works with Startup Atlanta. His name's Charlton Cunningham. You can hit him up on Twitter at Startup Atlanta, right? And then he's got a Twitter account. You can find that on your own. And I found it actually.
Do a little research.
It's a little bit difficult. And then so hit him up. You know, I think Startup Atlanta is an amazing thing that people should be putting more effort into, and I love the idea of it being the starting point for entrepreneurs that come into town, into Atlanta, to get connected, to find out where they need to go to get what they're looking for. And I think you should all really check out Startup Atlanta. And you guys have like an Instagram and all that stuff too. Yeah.
Everything at Startup Atlanta.
He was making fun of me because I'm terrible at Instagram right now. Even though I built an Instagram analytics tool, like it's depressing. But just go check out Startup Atlanta. It should be fun, and should be an exciting opportunity for anybody in Atlanta to really get connected with the startup community. Anything else?
No, this was awesome.
That's it. Hey, Coffee Shop Talks out.